Good evening, boys and girls. My name is Juan Camilo Sate. I'm your English teacher, and it makes me very happy to have the opportunity to present this tool that I have created in order to give you the opportunity to learn a lot more about culture shock, about language development through history, the influence English language has had over culture, countries, and to shape the world into what it is nowadays. What I am going to do right now is to start exploring the blog, each one of the pages I have created, each one of the activities. I will show you how you can use it, how you can access them, what they are meant for, and I really hope you can enjoy it a lot, you can learn a lot, and it becomes a very meaningful tool in your learning process. All right, so guys, let's begin. Um, as you can see here, we have the blog. It's called Culture Shock. Why Culture Shock? Because I wanted to focus on English not as a means, but as a tool. All right, English can't be an end. It's a tool to access culture. That's what it actually is. So I didn't want to focus on grammar aspects, vocabulary aspects. No, I wanted to take for granted that language was already there and give you the opportunity to explore it from a different perspective. In this case, culture shock and history. Okay? So the first thing you will find in this blog is basically an introduction. Okay? Here I will be talking about my purposes, my goals, what I'm aiming at with this blog. And down here, after I have finished recording the video, you will be able to watch it in order to get a closer hang of um, the activities and things that are included here. All right, this is the first part. In the second part of the blog, I have created an avatar. Okay, the purpose is basically to introduce myself, to talk a little bit about my personal experience, how long I have worked as a teacher. It's basically that. So you can just click on the avatar and then it leads you straight to this, which is called Walkie. And here, just by clicking here, you will be able to listen
Hi, my name is Juan Camilo Sata. I'm an
to the
English teacher,
avatar.
and this is the information. This is the blog I have created to present you information related to culture shock, the development of English.
All right. Once you have finished, okay, you just go back here and you continue with the next point. The next point I have included here is called línea de tiempo. Here, guys, in línea de tiempo, I have decided to explore the development of English language throughout the years and the influence it's had on culture, how much it's branded culture, and it's turned the word into we're now into what it is. Okay, so as I said before, the same situation. You just scroll down a little bit, you click here, then you will go straight to the timeline. In the timeline, you will find different times, different ages in the history of humankind. You will find the beginning of the English language. We'll go through the Celts, then we'll explore the Romans. After that, we'll read a little bit about the Anglo-Saxon. Then we'll explore the Vikings to finish with Shakespeare. Okay, why to finish with Shakespeare? Because if I wanted to continue, I would have to keep on writing till present time because English has always influenced culture. Yes, even up to these days. But I decided to leave it here because I think that Shakespeare had a very important influence on people, on culture, on life, on literature, and everything. So I just wanted to leave it here and to give you the opportunity to explore more the ancient culture that also took an important part in the development of the language. All right. So once you have finished exploring the timeline, you go back here to the blog and then you continue with the comic, with the comic stripe. All right. Here in the comic stripe, I have decided to focus on particular and some of them funny situations that involve culture shock, which any one of us is likely to go through. Okay, so it's basically a story of Gloria and John. John went to visit Gloria in her country. Okay, it's the first time John is abroad, so he's gonna go through a very particular situation that he's not used to. So it's actually quite funny because at the end of the day, after going through those experiences, John jumps into the conclusion that it's been an amazing experience in his life, and that it's gonna make help him become a better person. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. I have created several situations such as walking down the streets in a dark park, then going to a restaurant. After that, meeting a person from another culture, not religion. Okay, it's funny here because it's basically that John was going to touch her. Then Gloria reacts to let him know that he's not allowed to do because she comes from a Muslim culture. So that's culture shock. That's what I mean. Here, there are two girls at a disco dancing, hugging, and kissing. So obviously for John, who is supposed to come from England, it sound or it looks strange or unusual. After that, they go to the beach at night. They start talking about all the things John has learned in his day. And at the end, Gloria goes to the airport to see him off. So that's basically what it is about. In this final stripe, John is on the plane going back home and reflecting upon his experience in this different culture. Okay, so this is the comic. You will learn a lot of interesting things about culture shock. I hope so. After that, you can to this part, which is basically the resources, multimedia resources, and here I have added two important things, two important tools. The first one is a Padlet. Okay, so what's the purpose? After you have explored all the information, learned about culture shock and everything, reflected upon it, you come and click here. When you click here, it leads you straight to a Padlet. Here in the Padlet, you have culture shock, and then you have a question. Well, actually, a couple of questions. Here it says, have you ever experienced culture shock situations? Do you know about somebody who has gone through embarrassing moments in other countries due to lack of information about the local culture? Write about it and comment on two of your classmates. So you just click here and then you start writing down. After your classmates have done the same, you can just click on edit and you can write a comment on your classmates comment. So it's a very interesting tool because it's like it's a kind of blog, but it's more interactive because you can see all the information at the same time. So this is called Padlet and it's very easy to use. As I said before, you just can click here and it's done. You can still write it down. Okay. All right. Then down here you have a video. Okay, you have an introduction first. Watch the following video about several people who have decided to study abroad. What things have they found difficult to get used to? What things did they decide to do in order to make things easier? Okay, so you just click here on the video. You can watch the video about this particular situation, and there you will find the answer to the questions that I have just presented. Okay, so this is basically one of the last parts of the blog, because the final part that we got in here is navigation map, okay, which you have all the different parts of the blog. Okay, everything is summarized here, so you can go from one place to another very easily. That's basically what we have in the blog. Okay, just to conclude, I want to say that it's been an amazing experience. I have felt very happy putting all the information together because I'm sure it's gonna be good enough to help my students learn a lot about about English itself. As I said at the beginning, I didn't want to focus on grammar aspects, vocabulary aspects, no, because to me, English is not learned through grammar. English is learned through experiences. So I think that with this blog, I have achieved my purpose, which was to create an experience for my students. Okay, an experience that allowed them to learn by using interesting, representative, and meaningful tools. Okay, thank you very much. I have enjoyed it a lot. It's been hard work because it was actually hard to get a hang of Blogger, but it's been an amazing and rewarding experience for me. Thank you.